Is Litecoin and Bitcoin still bullish? What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. Today we're going to take a look at Litecoin, take a look at Bitcoin. Sorry I didn't get to make a video this morning. I don't usually do them this late, but I wanted to get one out to you guys today and take a look at what's going on in the market. Stick around to the end of the video. We're also going to take a look at that Bitcoin daily chart against the gold weekly chart and look at those long-term resistance lines and see where we're at with that. Also, don't forget to leave a comment if you want to get a chance to win one of the t-shirts. We're gonna pick the winner Saturday. We'll do a random comment search for the winner, so stick around.
1, 2, 3, jump!
All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market can be extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind it's still a speculative market, and don't put in more than you're willing to lose. All right, taking a look at Litecoin on the daily. You can see the trend lines I have drawn here. We are looking at, let's see what we're looking at here. You can see I have some targets here. We'll go into the 4 hour and look at those. I'm going to take a look at the daily and the RSI. And as you can see, I had this rising channel drawn here. Also, with the white line on top is like a rising wedge. And as of right now, it looks like we've broken out. But this is the 4 hour, and we can break up back into it. Also, we could move this line down more and make a channel with that white line too, but I'm going to leave it where it's at for now, guys, because if we do close outside of here, we may break down and come down into these lower target ranges, which we're going to get into now. Let's go into the 4 hour real quick, see how it looks into the 4 hour. In the 4 hour, you can see I have, let me raise this up a little bit. I had this symmetrical wedge drawn here, or symmetrical triangle with more of a wedge with the white lines. Then I had these two yellow lines with the kind of like a falling wedge here, getting support, resistance, and it looks like it wants to pop up here. It could come back down for one more down move, another touchdown here. But again, guys, I still believe we're going up from here. I don't believe that this is going to be too much more of a correction. But I could be wrong. And I do have the targets here, and I'm going to show you how I got those. All right, so first we'll take a look at obviously the high target. It's 127, and that's this measured move here, which was this flag pull, looking at this as a flag. And if we were to break out in this area, you know, somewhere in this range, 125, 127 area, possibly, you know, as high as the 130 area. Now, as you can see, I have this measured move here, the $72 to $73 range, and that was a measured move off of this triangle here. Actually, sorry, that is a measured move off of what looks to be head and shoulders here. Possibly. It's this one I'm not quite sure of, but I did want to point it out to you guys, and we'll zoom in so you can see how I'm looking at it. And if you can see right here at the 85.50 line, because that's where we have a touch here, touch here, touch here, touch here, and this would be the left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then breakthrough. Now the measured move off that is this: measure the head, the length of the head to the breakout where it broke out, and that's what gets me this $72 to $73 range. I'm gonna go back into the 4 hour and take a look at the lower targets and the other lower targets and see how I got those. Now this one here, the 65.10, that's this measured move, which would be looking at this yellow line here and this line here. measured move of this triangle and the breakdown of it, and I'll show you real quick. That would be the length of this triangle here, and then to where we broke down, and that gets me to the $65 range. Now, if we were to break back into this channel, we may bounce around in this channel a little bit. If we were to break straight down and in, straight down and through, actually, I'm going to move this up. I think we would be looking at this $50 range, $50 to $51 range, if we were to break through this. And this measured move is just the width of this channel here. But that's my targets right now for Litecoin. And also, obviously, looking at these, you know, we may get some resistance here if we do break up around the 110, 111 area. But yeah, that's what I see in Litecoin. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. And this is Bitcoin on the daily. And you can see I have the targets here too. We're going to look at the RSI. You can see here, I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see it. I have this rising channel, which we've been staying within. Actually, this line needs to be moved up a little. There we go. Yeah, so this rising channel, we could come back down. You know, we might get some bouncing around here. We could possibly come back down, test the bottom of this, and if we break through, we're probably going to have a sell-off. We do have room to come up for one more touch here, and that's what I'm more so looking at. Let's look at the 4 hour, and then we'll go into the targets. All right, so on the 4 hour, and just to be transparent, I am in a long here. I entered a long this morning. I got my stops at 48.50. So anyways, looking at the 4 hour, as you can see, falling channel here. We could get one more move up. And if you look at the channel, we were making higher highs over here and higher lows. And in the channel, we're making lower highs and lower lows. So yeah, I think like right here, this is, you know, we're looking at bearish, hidden bullish divergence on the bottom, but then again, it's bearish divergence on the top. So I do believe we're probably going to have a move up here. So let's look at the targets. All right, so I have this long-term trend line, and this is what I was watching. If you guys remember, I had this target of the $55 area. I'm going to get that out of the way. We didn't quite hit it, and I'm going to zoom in and show you why I had the target there. I had this trend line drawn from these two peaks, and then this is the third touch, and I had the target up as this was going to touch around the 55.50 area, but it didn't touch, so it didn't quite make it up there. All right, so we're getting down to the wire here. If we do break this area, which is the 49.80 area, then my target breaking down here is going to be around this $4,400 range. Yeah, so if we break down from here, like I said, break down past the, I'd say 49.50 range, you know, then we're going to go into this area, which would also line up with the 200 EMA. If we were to break up, I'll use the same measured move. And, you know, we could, I don't think it's going to shoot straight up, obviously. We may walk around down here for a little while, come up, test this for resistance. And then if we pop through, then I'm looking at the 61.71 range. And then for the longer term target would be up here. And I have that at the, well, actually, I guess that shouldn't have been. Oh, yeah. That would be the 67.47 area. So that's my longer target. Now, we're going to take a look at the gold and Bitcoin chart. I've been showing you guys if you've been watching the channel. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand side of the screen. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash those likes. Leave your comments for a chance to win a t-shirt. And just leave your comments. Let me know what you think of the video, guys. So we're looking at Litecoin in the daily. And as you can see, I drew a trend line from each peak down to where we broke down and across, and then we're going to go in and look at that in a second. But first I'm going to, let me get this out of the way. First I'm going to look at the gold chart, and I'm going to switch back and forth so you guys can see the resemblance. Now if you see what happened with gold after it crossed its resistance lines, you know, it just straight moonshot up. I'm not saying we're going to have a moonshot up, but I do believe in human emotion controlling the markets and the charts. It's all intertwined with the charts with human emotion, and human emotion doesn't change. And gold, obviously, this is a lot longer chart. It's in the weekly, but it's, you know, times are a lot faster with the internet and social media and all that stuff. So, but right in here in 2003, the gold ETF was approved, you know, and then obviously all the institutions got in, and it was just a straight moonshot. So let's go into Bitcoin now. Whoops. And look at where we're at. We're right in the same area. You know, I do expect some big news or something to happen within the next month or two. And, you know, it's hard to say what it's going to be, but I believe something's going to happen. And, you know, we're going to start a bull run. And not to say it's going to be like gold straight up. You know, we may have some sideways action. And I'll go into the RSI here in a minute on this chart and take a look at that. So I'm going to zoom in now, and we're going to look at those resistance lines drawn from the peak. And as you can see right now, we are coming down to test this one. We actually look like we're breaking through. I guess in the worst case scenario, we could come down to this 4,300 to 4,350 area, maybe even as far down as the 4,250 to retest this one. As you can see, we never really had any resistance there. So it's definitely possible we come back down and test this for support and then try to move back up. On the other hand, this could hold where we're at. We could end up bouncing around up here for a little bit and come back up and test and try to break this line again. But as you can see, as we went through them, we had, you know, resistance, broke through, got support. Then we had resistance. Let me zoom in so you guys can see this. But each one of them lines that I've drawn from the peaks, you can see we hit resistance. We come back down, test them for support, move back up to the next one, you know, so on and so forth. So let's go into the RSI now. And we'll start out with the weekly RSI and kind of see where we're at. All right, so looking at the weekly RSI, this is why I believe the bottom's in, guys. As you can see, the bull run from 2013, this was the peak. I drew this trend line coming down, and right here we got resistance, come back down into oversold, and then we got resistance again, ended up breaking through and continued up from there. And this is where our bull run started. So same thing, 2017, I drew this trend line from the peak to where it broke down at the 6,000. We got resistance, obviously, got resistance down here, broke through. You know, we could, like I said, that 4,200 range might be a retest of this area here. But I don't think we're going to go down that far. In my honest opinion, I think the lowest Bitcoin is going to probably go back down is around the $4,400 range at some point. And I do believe that I don't think we are going to break down much further today. Anyways, let's look at the monthly. This is the monthly RSI, and I've drawn the two arcs. This is the bull run of 2013, then the bear market of 2014 and 15. This is the bull run 2017, and then 18 and 19. And if you look here in the RSI, each one of these arrows are a low in the RSI. There were 4 lows in this one, 4 lows in this one. And like I said, we could come back down for a small correction and come around, but I do believe by the end of summer, if not before, that guys, this arc could be, you know, quicker than this one. But this is just the way I have it drawn now, and we'll see how it plays out. But yeah, we could be looking at you know, a bull run sometime this year or beginning to the end of next year, you know. But I do believe by the end of summer we're going to see some, you know, some major uptrending, and possibly before. So anyways, guys, again, if you like the video, click the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. That'll get you subscribed. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post videos. Smash those likes. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think of the video, guys. Sorry, it's kind of a weird video. I don't usually do videos in the evening. So, all right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.